What's up, guys? Pypo here, bringing video to me getting to Deepwind Gorge late, but luckily for me the game hasn't really started yet. They just kind of all got to mid just then, so I hate that. I guess someone left as soon as the game started and it put me in. Like, that's weird. Or is it a timeout thing? It might be a timeout thing where, like, people are waiting for the time. I don't know. I have no idea. It's a timeout thing, and then I go and like talk about time. What else do I want to talk about? But what I want to talk about in this video today is you guys love my stories, so I thought I'd tell a story about how I have two car crash stories, actually. I don't know which one I should tell. I'll tell the first one. May as well do it in, like, chronological order. Basically what happened is, I used to be a little sporting fuck. What I would do is I would, enter all the school shit, go do this, and, like, when you're in school, they send you to do all this stuff. Like, oh, you can go do this now because you threw this ball really far. That's legit what I did. I threw a ball. What is it called? Shotput. And when you do shotput, all shotput is, by the way, if you didn't know, is like you literally have like this heavy ball thing, and for some reason you cannot throw the ball. Like, you're not allowed to do that. You have to push it through. It's weird. It's fucking strange. But I was good at it, I guess. I mean, I wasn't good at it like in any stretch of the imagination, like in like a large scale. All it meant was I was a big kid in like high school. Therefore, I could throw the ball further than other people because everyone else was still like scrawny teenagers. But obviously, I was a big dude, so I can throw a ball far. How weird! It's a weird sport, man. Just you can throw this heavy ball far. Anyway, so because I could do shot put pretty well, I did it a few times, and then once you do it a few times in your school, they send you to a different place. I did it there, went to a different place after that. Once I did it there, and like I beat all the people there, they're like, all right, now you go to the next level. And when you go to the next level, it's like this weird thing of like you have to travel all these places. I didn't even want to do it. I didn't even want to do it, to be honest with you. I was like, why the fuck would I want to travel to all these places? Is this an enhanced jam who's about to blow my face off? I really don't want you to blow my face off, dude. Can we just be friends for a second? Oh, that trap though. That trap. I trapped him and then blasted him behind a rock. Look at that. That's how you pro-ski play a fucking hunter right there. Just blow people behind rocks. Just forget about it. Don't even worry about it. He's gonna fucking... I'm gonna set the pet on him. So basically what happened was I needed to go somewhere. Really, I think it was Wollongong. I think it was Wollongong. It might have been Canberra even. So I had to drive like at least 4 hours away, you know. And of course I was young at the time, so I can't drive myself. So what I ended up doing is I have to get my dad to give me a lift because my mother had to work. And my dad is a maniac. I haven't talked to him for a while, but back then when we used to like be friendly with him and shit, he was insane. Like, he just didn't care about, like, he had no sense of like, there's a kid in the car, I should therefore act like there's a kid in the car, if that makes sense. So when he drove places or would like do anything, he did it as if he was by himself, meaning that if, like, for instance, he had a motorbike. The first time I've ever been on his motorbike, and like I'd ridden dirt bikes before, like maybe once or twice, dirt bikes. This is a road bike. First time I've ever been on the back of a bike ever, like on the back of a bike. And like he's just like, all right, hold these bars, and we're gonna go. And he goes, and literally we go around a corner about 60 k's an hour around this like really tight corner, and then he shoots off, and like we did like 180 down the highway. And I'm just like the whole time, like I'm like I don't even know how, like for the first time on the back of a motorbike, I didn't know how to like put my head. So every now and then I'd pop my head up and get smacked in the face by like air, and my head would get thrown back, and I had to quickly grab onto the bike. I almost fell off that bike like 7 times. It was fucking crazy. He didn't give a fuck. I mean, it was fun, but it was like near-death experience for me because he's fucking insane. Anyway, so this guy that did that is the one that's now driving me to fucking Canberra, and he's driving me in this big yellow 4-wheel drive beast of a car. Like, it's just this old car that he's had for years. I think his parents had it before him, and they like gave him the fucking. It's just this huge yellow fucking 4. You wouldn't even be able to find a car that looks like this anymore. It was pretty good nick. Like, it was taken good care of, so it wasn't like any like anything wrong with it. But it just wasn't like, it wasn't a new car by any stretch of the imagination. And even though it was old and kind of like blah blah blah, he still would like get it fucking going like crazy. Not only that, the quick way to get to Canberra from where I live is through like mountain dirt passages and shit. So to do that, obviously you have to go up this mountain, you go all this way, and then once you're on top of the mountain, it's just this long as fuck dirt road. And the dirt road is in the middle of like a mountain, and there's trees everywhere, there's corners everywhere. You can't see like further than like maybe 100 meters at any given time. Like, there's just, you cannot see past 100 meters. He didn't give a shit. So not only is it a dirt road, the dirt road is like, it's only just big enough for 2 cars, like just big enough for 2 cars. So when you go around a corner, if there's another car, you really have to like swerve out of the way, or maybe even slow down to make sure the other car has enough space, to make sure they give you enough space. And my dad did not do this. My dad decided it would be a good idea to, instead of making sure there'd be enough space when you come around a corner, to just take up the entire fucking street and just hope no one would be there when he went around. Like, that was his logic. His logic was like, if someone's gonna be there, I'll just swerve out of the way. Like, instead of just being like, well, what if they're directly there? Like, there's none of that. There's none of that. There's no care in the world. And to be fair, it worked on the way down. I mean, we didn't crash on the way down to the thing. I did the shot put shit. I think I even did like some high jump and stuff like that. I of course, now that it's not like just like a local thing, it's like at a, what do they call it, like a national level or whatever, when they, like a bunch of people come and do it. Because it's not like just local now. I was getting like 5th and 6th and shit, just doing terribly. And once that was done, we decided, alright, we'll fucking leave then. And on the way back, it's like we went the exact same road, and he decided to do the exact same fucking thing, where he's just taking up the entire street with his fucking big 4-wheel fucking yellow drive bullshit. And we just happened to be like speeding along and go around one corner, and finally we went around one corner and there's another car. And when there was another car, my dad swerved, but the other car was doing pretty much the same thing he was doing, you know, so they're both in the middle. So my dad swerved and he swerved, there still like wasn't enough space. And because of that, my dad had to like try and go over a little bit even more. And on the side of the road is like this big, I almost want to call it like a gutter, but it's not a gutter. It's just like this big like hill of dirt on the side of the road, where like obviously that's where they've made the road and like split the dirt off to the side. And when they've done that, all the dirt's just piled there, like this huge, like probably like almost like a meter high, like fucking just mounds of dirt along the side of the road. I don't know what, I'm just doing this now, mounds of dirt. That's a mound of dirt, by the way. So because that's there, we moved to the side and we hit it like pretty fucking, we were doing like 100 Ks on this fucking dirt road. Hit it like that, and the car immediately, as soon as it hit it, like flipped over. And we didn't roll at all, because it's like a huge 4-wheel drive, it didn't roll. It just smacked and then slid, like slid for a long fucking time. And when we hit, I think I actually might have got knocked out. All I remember is like hitting, and then once we hit, kind of coming to, and when I came to, we were still sliding a little bit, and then we stopped. And then we kind of just sat there for a second. And then while we're sitting in the car, I guess we still had enough of the car like leant over that little 1 meter like lip thing, and as we're sitting in the car flips back onto its fucking wheels. I'm not even shitting you, like the car just flipped. It was like the car had a mind of its own. It was like flipped, slid, and then flipped back onto its wheels. It was fucking strange. And then once it got back on its wheels, we're like fucking, I was kind of like sitting in the car like, what the fuck, like what is going on? My dad gets out, check. The car was still going as well, by the way. The car didn't even stop. The engine was still, that car was amazing. I don't know how it did it. Just like these old fucking beast cars that just don't break. The engine was still going. We got out of the car, we checked everything. Because like we flipped onto my side, my door was all like dented in. The fucking windshield was all cracked up and shit. I think like there's a lot of like rocks that we went past, because like there's just like chunks. There's just chunks missing from the fucking car in like places. Oh god, I just got fucked up. I just ran into the entire Alliance team there. That was not fun for me. Yeah, there's just like these big chunks of like metal missing from the car. I didn't even know how to manage to do it. And the car was still like relatively fine. And we drove the car home the next day. But while we're sitting in the car, I'm like looking at myself, trying to make sure I'm alright and shit. And I just had like a bruise on like my chest somehow. I think I like went forward and like smacked my chest on something. But yeah, the dude that went past fucking stops. I guess because he like thought, oh, that guy's getting crashed for sure. So he stops and comes back to see if we're okay. And he just drives past, winds down his passenger side window, shouts out, "Are you guys still alive?" And then when my dad says yes, just drives off. It's like, I like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, that's just acceptable. It's just acceptable that if you just like almost crashed, and it was just as much his fault as it was ours. Like, yeah, both of us shouldn't have been doing what we were doing, but like both of them were also in the middle of the fucking road going like way too fucking fast. I think that's just like a country thing. Like, guys in the country just assume because they're in the country and drive cars around a lot that they can just do whatever the fuck they want and nothing will be a problem. That's definitely what my dad does. Holy shit. That's definitely what he does. And it was even worse on the bike. I almost crashed so many times on that bike with him. And not only that, I almost crashed like on the bike with him so many times. And then when I wasn't on there, he crashed even more. He's gone through like 2 bikes, I think, broken like a shitload of fucking bones in his feet. It's just like, I don't understand it. Like, it's just like a death wish. The dude just has a death wish. It's fucking retarded. It's fucking weird. And it's even worse because when you do stuff like that, usually the injuries you get like don't go away, if that makes any sense. Like, when you crash at such high speed and like it breaks something or injures something, it's such a bad break and such a bad injury that now that's just a thing you live with now. I'm just running into a fucking ice trap. That's fantastic. Usually they're injuries that like they're gonna stay with you now for the rest of your life. You get on the warlock. I don't see any like healers. I just see warlocks, and walks scared. Look at this. Is this guy actually dead? Look at this fucking boy right here. Just chilling out. Yeah, that was the first crash I ever got into. The second crash... Fuck, when was the second crash? I think the second crash was a T-bone. I think it was with my dad as well in a different car. Was it? He just fucking pops up and fears. He's gonna fear my pet? I don't know if this guy's a bot or not. He might be. He's just gonna stand there, and he's... Every single time a warlock drain life from me, I just assume it's a bot immediately. Why the fuck would you drain life ever? And I just popped rocket boots and they failed. Of course, it's not a fucking Pypo video if it's not fucking failing rocket boots. Get on the healer immediately. Monks are real. I'm actually leveling a monk right now. When I say I'm leveling a monk, it's level fucking 12. So I don't know if that classifies as leveling just yet. That guy's fucking dead though. Monks have this really good just like ability to stay alive. And I said as I just killed one. They have a really good ability to stay alive and to actually like get people up really fucking fast. I like healing classes that actually heal. That's the whole reason I didn't really like playing at Disc Priest, because Disc Priests don't really heal that much. They just keep you alive, you know what I mean? Just have all these bowls and shit. What did we just lose? Oh no, we're losing stuff. No. I don't want to lose stuff. I want to win. I want to win. So yeah, that crash, like it was... Actually, like I was surprised that after that happened, I was scared to get into cars for like about... say a month. Like even with my mother, even with other people I knew, I was literally scared. And it was right around the time where I got my L's even. Like I got my L's like a month later. And I was like extremely afraid of getting my L's and like holy shit, this fucking guy. This fucking enhanced gem is doing so much work. Stop working on me. Oh my god. I'm scared of this guy. I'm legit. Oh no, there's a warlock there. There's a fucking warlock there. I'm thinking that was just that Shemi. It's that fucking warlock as well. Mr. Warlock, let's be friends. Let's be friends, buddy. Can we just be friends real quick? Because I really don't want to die right now. It's the end of the game. Oh, my end, of course. Your pet does this shit. Because he's a pet and he's going to fear me. I'm just going to trinket the fear immediately. There's the fucking trinket. He feared me immediately again, but I did get a thing down. That's actually a good little trick to do if you have some CC. In Arena, you usually can tell if someone's going to pop a trinket a certain way. And you can do another CC immediately and catch them right as they trinket it. I see a lot of mages do that. Mages will like spam sheep to try and catch you, catch a sheep on you. Look at this fucking enhanced champ. When did enhanced champs become punching? Look at the fucking enhanced champ just healing. Dude, you're a fucking glass cannon. Well, you're not anymore, apparently. Now you just live for fucking weeks. I don't understand why DPS need to be able to live for so long. I really wish the game had, like, healers, and they could be... The healers were the only ones that could heal. If healers were the only ones that could heal, I'd be fucking happy. I'd be happy for days, because that'd be amazing. Anyway, guys, let me know if you've ever been in a car crash or anything like that. I'm super interested, because I literally was, like... I was scared to get into a car for, like, a month after that. Like, it was just scary. Because, like... I don't know, it scared me a little bit. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. I love you. I'll see you next video.
Oh, no, Pypo, don't do it. Come to your senses, Pypo, now. Ah! Blast 'em.